Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplained warmth flood your chest while doing the most mundane task? Like you've just swallowed a little piece of the sun, or maybe you've been jolted awake by a feeling so intense it seems to vibrate through your very bones. A silent knowing that something or someone is moving toward you in the quiet spaces between thoughts. It's easy to dismiss these moments as wishful thinking, just the lonely heart playing tricks on the mind. But what if it's the opposite? What if these aren't tricks at all, but the most authentic language your soul knows, a direct, intimate telegraph from the universe that your twin flame is not just a concept, but a consciousness drawing nearer to your reality with every breath you take. This journey has never been about scanning the horizon with anxious eyes. It's about deciphering the subtle, often bizarre, and breathtakingly personal messages being whispered to you through your own body, your emotions, and the seemingly chaotic moments that are, in truth, perfectly orchestrated to prepare you. The signs are there, not in the loud, obvious places, but in the quiet hum of your own being, if you know how to listen. And the most profound confirmation often arrives wrapped in what looks like your greatest challenge. You know that feeling, don't you? When you're just going about your day, maybe washing dishes or stuck in traffic, and out of nowhere, a warmth floods your chest. It's not a hot flash, it's not anxiety, it's a wave, a liquid golden sensation that starts in the heart and radiates outward, a silent, sudden tide of peace that seems to say everything is okay. You might brush it off, attribute it to a nice thought you had, but what if it wasn't your thought at all? What if your body, your beautiful sacred vessel, is not just yours in that moment, but is tuning in, picking up a signal on a frequency only you can hear? Let's get out of the metaphysical clouds for a second and get real. We're so trained to look for signs out there, a number on a clock, a song on the radio, that we completely miss the most sophisticated, divinely engineered receiver we have, our own physical form. This isn't just thinking about someone. This is biology responding to energy. It's your nervous system, that intricate web of electrical impulses acting as an antenna for a soul it recognizes long before your conscious mind gets the memo. Think of it like this. Your logical mind is the busy manager of a corporation, drowning in memos and to-do lists. But your body is the ancient, wise groundskeeper who feels the shift in the wind, the subtle change in pressure that signals a coming storm, or in this case, a profound and beautiful arrival. He doesn't need a memo. He knows. This is somatic resonance, a fancy term for a simple, mystical truth. You're beginning to feel what isn't yours to feel. And it's the most hilarious, bizarre, and undeniable confirmation that the distance between you is collapsing. Have you ever been sitting there, perfectly content, and been hit with a sharp, specific pain in your right knee, a knee that has never given you a day of trouble in your life, and you just know, with a certainty that defies logic, that it's his old football injury acting up, or a sudden crushing weight of sadness that descends for 5 minutes and then lifts as quickly as it came, leaving you bewildered, asking, where did that come from? Your first instinct might be to worry, to think you're backsliding into old depressive patterns. But darling soul, what if you're not? What if you are simply, for a moment, feeling the echo of his current frustration at work, or a moment of loneliness he's experiencing as he too feels this pull towards something he can't yet name. You are literally sharing a nervous system across towns, countries, or continents. It's the universe's way of rehearsing the empathy you will need in union, of blurring the arbitrary lines between where you end and he begins. It's the ultimate inside joke from the cosmos. You're being given cheat codes, a direct feed into his experience. It's not a violation, it's an invitation into a deeper level of intimacy than most people ever dream of. This is the preparation. Your body is acclimating to the immense energy of holding two souls in one field of awareness. Those phantom touches on your arm, the chill down your spine when there's no draft, the inexplicable flutter in your stomach. These aren't ghosts or medical mysteries. They are love letters written in the language of physiology. They are him practicing his touch. They are the energy of your connection, already so potent, beginning to physically manifest. Your job isn't to panic or pathologize it. Your job is to witness it, to place a hand on your heart when it floods with warmth and whisper, "I feel you, I am here, and I am ready." And this is just the beginning, the gentle, curious overture the universe plays to get your attention. If you think this is mysterious, just wait until you discover how this entire dance is choreographed by the most unlikely of directors. Your own shadow self, setting the stage for the final glorious act. So you're feeling those beautiful somatic whispers, the warmth, the tingles, the knowing. You're riding this incredible high, convinced the hard part is over, that it's all smooth sailing and imminent coffee dates from here on out. And then, out of the absolute blue, it hits you. Not a whisper, but a tsunami. A rage so hot and sudden it frightens you. A jealousy so green and vicious it feels alien. A sinking, suffocating wave of unworthiness that comes from nowhere and everywhere at once. A voice in your head hissing the oldest, cruelest lies you thought you'd silenced forever. You're not enough. You will be abandoned. This is all a fantasy. You stare at yourself in the mirror and think, what is wrong with me? I was so close. I've ruined it. I've fallen all the way back to the beginning. My dear, beautiful soul, stop. Just stop. Take the deepest breath you've taken all day. You have not ruined anything. You are not backsliding. You are not being punished. You are, in fact, closer than you have ever been. This is it. This is the final exam. And the universe, in its infinitely clever and slightly mischievous way, has sent your most formidable opponent to administer it. A magnified, hyper-realistic hologram of your own core wound. I call this the Gatekeeper, and its dramatic, terrifying appearance is the single greatest sign that you are ready to cross the threshold. Think of it like this. You've spent years, maybe lifetimes, in spiritual boot camp. You've done the meditation, the journaling, the shadow work. You've forgiven, you've released, you've grown. You're strong, you're shiny, you're practically glowing. So the universe doesn't give you a written test. It doesn't ask you to list the 5 pillars of self-love. Oh no, it simulates a live fire exercise. It drops you right into the heart of your oldest, most familiar battlefield, the one you thought you'd cleared, to see if you'll pick up the same old rusty weapons of defense, blame, and fear, or if you'll finally stand there in the midst of the chaos and choose differently. This isn't a test of your perfection. It's a test of your awareness. The trigger isn't the problem. Your reaction to it is the entire point. Why would it do this? Why, when you're so close to love, would it bring you face to face with your deepest fear? Because union is not about two broken halves completing each other. That's a fairy tale for another kind of story. Twin flame union is about two whole beings radiating their own perfected light, choosing to come together in a conscious, divine collaboration. The universe loves you too much to let you bring the one thing that could destroy it into that sacred space, your unhealed shadow. So it brings it up, all of it, one last time. It's not a setback, it's a final purge, a spiritual detox of the highest order. It's the cosmic bouncer at the door of the exclusive club of union, checking your vibrational baggage. And if you try to sneak that old, heavy suitcase of pain and pattern inside, he will gently but firmly block your path. I'm sorry, beautiful soul, you can't bring that in here. This gatekeeper, this manifestation of your abandonment wound, your worthiness wound, your fear of engulfment, is not your enemy. It is your most loyal, if brutally honest, friend. Its job is to protect the sanctity of what is coming. It's asking you one final time. Have you truly learned the lesson? Can you feel this ancient terror and still know in your bones that you are whole and safe and loved, right here, right now, without him or anyone else to prove it? Can you witness this storm and be the calm at its center? When you can, when the old trigger pulls, and instead of spiraling, you place a hand on your heart and breathe, when you can observe the rage without becoming it, when you can feel the fear without letting it drive, you pass. You look the gatekeeper in the eye, and instead of fighting it, you thank it. You understand its purpose, and in that moment of profound, conscious acceptance, it doesn't defeat you, it dissolves, because its job is done. You have integrated the very lesson it was created to teach. This is the ultimate act of divine mercy. It feels like cruelty only because we mistake the sensation of a deep, old wound being surgically removed for the pain of being stabbed anew. It's the difference between a demolition crew and an architect. One destroys, the other clears the last remnants of the unstable foundation to make way for something magnificent, something eternal, something that can finally be built to last. And the glorious, breathtaking truth waiting on the other side of that initiation. It's a silence so profound, a peace so deep, that it makes every single moment of that brutal, beautiful struggle worth it. But that, well, that's a feeling that truly has to be experienced to be believed. So here you are. You felt the inexplicable warmth humming in your veins, a secret language of proximity written in the very cells of your body. You've stared down the titan of your oldest fear in that final, brutal test of spirit, and you didn't flinch. Or maybe you did flinch, but you held your ground anyway. And that, my dear soul, is the real victory. You've passed through the fire, and now you stand here, on the other side of everything you thought you knew about longing. And you might be waiting for the heavens to part, for a dramatic fanfare to announce his arrival. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, often speaks its most profound truths in a whisper. This journey was never about the frantic search for another. It was always about the courageous return to yourself. The somatic whispers, the shadow's last stand, these were not merely signs of his approach. but the evidence of your own magnificent becoming. You weren't just waiting for him, you were building the sanctuary within you that would be worthy of a love this sacred. You were learning to become the calm, vast sky that could contain the entire storm of a twin flame connection without losing its essence. And in doing so, you have not just called him home, you have finally, fully come home to yourself. This is the quiet miracle that awaits you. Not a fairy tale ending, but a profoundly human beginning. The peace you feel now, that deep, unshakable stillness in your center, isn't the absence of life noise. It's the presence of a new kind of gravity. It's the soul-deep knowing that you are now so whole, so complete in your own right, that any connection you choose will be an act of celebration, not completion. You are no longer a question seeking an answer. You are a statement, a sovereign being. And from this place of empowered wholeness, you will not need to recognize him. You will simply know. It will feel less like a discovery and more like a remembrance, a gentle, effortless, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking forward to this." The path doesn't end here. It simply changes its texture under your feet. What unfolds from this point isn't about chasing or waiting, but about allowing. It's about continuing to live your life, your glorious, messy, beautiful life, with your heart open as that sanctuary, not as a waiting room. Tend to your garden, not because he might see it, but because you love the feel of the soil on your hands. Sing your song, not because he might hear it, but because your soul needs to express its joy. And in that unattached, radiant state of being, you become a living magnet, aligned with the very reality you wish to inhabit. You have done the work. You have answered the call. You have transformed. Now, trust the timing of your life. The love that is meant for you will not pass you by. It cannot. It is already yours in the realm of spirit. It is simply journeying to you in the world of form. Breathe, believe, and get ready. The most ordinary, extraordinary chapter is about to begin. And if you're curious about what those first moments of real, grounded union truly feel like, not the fantasy, but the breathtaking, beautiful reality, then perhaps we should talk about the quiet magic of the first hello.